Shawn Mendes is a Canadian pop singer and songwriter. After uploading a series of his cover versions to various video sharing sites, beginning with the now-defunct application Vine in 2012, Mendes earned a dedicated following that he cultivated through social media outlets. His talent, teen idol good looks and built-in fan base quickly landed him a record deal. In 2014, his debut single, Life of the Party, charted at number 24 on the Billboard 100, making the then 15-year-old Mendes the youngest artist to have a debut song in the top 25. Although he has been dubbed the next Justin Bieber, his acoustic-driven and catchy songs are more aligned with his idol Ed Sheeran's musical style, and Mendes quickly transitioned to writing his own songs. His loyal fans, of mostly tween and teenage girls, have supported his platinum-selling hits, as well as arena-size world tours, both as an opening act for Taylor Swift, and as a headliner. Early years in high school. Shawn Peter Raoul Mendes was born on August 8, 1998, in Toronto, Canada to Karen and Manuel Mendes. He and his younger sister, Aaliyah, grew up in Pickering, Ontario, a Toronto suburb, where he went to Pine Ridge Secondary School. Among his extracurricular activities, he played sports like soccer and ice hockey and also took acting classes. Though he left school in his junior year to go on tour, he kept up with his homework via online courses and was able to graduate with his class in June 2016. Starting out on Vine. Vine was a 6.5-second video sharing service that launched in June 2012. That August, a then 14-year-old Mendes decided to show off his talents by uploading a video of himself singing Bieber's As Long As You Love Me, acoustic style. When he checked his account the next day, he discovered he had accrued a whopping 10,000 likes. Mendes is now something of a poster boy for how to become a superstar in the social media era and an example of how the music business now assimilates new artists. Through Vine, YouTube, Twitter and Instagram, he built a massive, grassroots fandom. He is also dedicated to interacting with his fans on an almost daily basis. Mendes' cover renditions caught the attention of his now manager, Andrew Gertler, who convinced the singer and his father to come to New York and sign with Island Records. He was impressed with the drive Mendes showed from the beginning, noting that he's always been really wise beyond his years. He's grown immensely in the last year, Gertler said in a September 2017 interview with Billboard. His musical abilities have grown. His vocal abilities, his guitar playing, I've seen him go from the kid who's playing an acoustic guitar to an amazing frontman with a band and, to me, a modern-day version of a rock star. Self-taught musician. Not only was Mendes discovered by posting his performances on the internet, but he also taught himself to play guitar via YouTube. I would type in things like, how to play beginner songs on guitar, he said in an interview with The Telegraph. I taught myself these chords and slowly started to get the hang. I was obsessed with it. Every day I'd play and think, I'm not good enough yet, I need to get better. Then I'd play for hours and hours. His obsession with watching YouTube covers is what led him to post his own across social media. He became determined to pursue it, and also started taking vocal lessons. Stitches hits the top 10. In 2014, Mendes released his Island Records debut, the Shawn Mendes EP, which soared to number 5 on the music charts with sales topping 100,000. In 2015, he released his full-length debut, Handwritten, which came out at number 1 in both the US and Canada. The single Stitches fared even better by reaching number 1 in European music charts and the top 10 in North America. Added on to that, his song Believe was featured in the Disney Channel musical Descendants. Mendes and Camila Cabello, I Know What You Did Last Summer. While touring with Taylor Swift on her 1989 World Tour, Mendes collaborated with Fifth Harmony's Camila Cabello on the track I Know What You Did Last Summer, which became a top 20 hit in the US and Canada. The track Treat You Better was also released shortly afterward and become a top 10 hit. Illuminate and World Tour. In September 2016, Mendes released his second album, Illuminate. Describing his sophomore project, the budding artist found it to resemble the styles of Ed Sheeran and John Mayer, and in keeping with those two artists, Mendes did virtually all of the songwriting for it. His efforts were a huge success, as he topped the charts and went platinum in the US and Canada. Just 2 months later, Mendes issued Live at Madison Square Garden, followed by a world tour in 2017. After releasing another top 10 hit with There's Nothing Holdin' Me Back, Mendes also made a record with MTV Unplugged. Shawn Mendes. After dropping the singles In My Blood and Lost in Japan on back-to-back days in late March 2018, Mendes delivered his self-titled third album in May. The eagerly anticipated studio project debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 and later garnered a Grammy nomination for Best Pop Vocal Album. Mendes followed in May 2019 with the single If I Can't Have You, a track he said was initially written for Dua Lipa before he decided to record it himself. In June, he released the steamy video for Señorita, another duet with Cabello.